In my last video, I briefly touched on Jimmy Butler completely changing the entire narrative of his career in one season. But he wasn't the only one. Chris Paul did too, and it's kind of weird because it was almost like he had to re-earn the respect of the NBA. Last year when I did this exact video, Chris Paul was on the worst side of this list, but nowadays it actually flipped. Last year, at this exact same point, Chris Paul was almost the laughingstock of the NBA. Nobody wanted him. His contract is so bad for his age. Houston is going to be so much more elevated with Russell Westbrook and all this stuff. But the Russell Westbrook effect is real. Russell Westbrook went to Houston and, dare I say, made them a little bit worse. And Chris Paul went to OKC and, to me, clearly made them better. And now, with so many contending teams desperately needing a point guard, especially a point guard with Chris Paul's services, aka the Bucks, the Clippers, the Lakers, now that Rondo possibly can go, the Knicks, the Suns, he's made himself a very hot commodity, even with that quote-unquote bad contract. It's crazy what one season can do, but Chris Paul is in a beautiful situation right now. Bro, Luka Doncic, he completely Patrick Mahomes his career. And what I mean by that reference, if you don't watch football at all, he broke out so early and he was so special so early and he's accomplished so much so early. It's like he's given himself a ridiculous amount of time to completely stack his resume. Even LeBron, and I might get some flag or some dislikes for this, bro, but it's just the facts. He wasn't this good this early. This dude, like, the Mavericks are legitimately a piece or two away, if Porzingis stays healthy, from being a championship contending team, even in the West. I keep hearing Jrue Holiday's name, floating around and all that stuff. If he lands in Dallas, that is an excellent suit for him, bro. Luka Doncic, he had the ball in his hands way too much last year. Led the entire NBA, damn near almost, broke Russell Westbrook and Harden's records, bro. Like, he had the ball in his hands way too much. They could use another ball-handling vet playmaker who can also play excellent perimeter defense, something else they was lacking in. Stephen Curry, is almost like the NBA completely forgot about him a little bit. Like, you're hearing Kenny Smith say crazy stuff about Dame. He was getting this Dame talking. He kind of got forgotten about, but next year they're actually in a prime position. I know for a fact the last 3 to 4 seasons, those championship expectations wore on Stephen Curry. Like Steph, Clay, Dre, Steve Kerr, all those championship expectations, that takes a toll on your mental, bro. And on top of that, even though KD's positives completely outweighed his negatives, like they won championships, all that stuff, naturally, he came with a little bit of baggage. Golden State, I mean, it was imminent. Like, that automatically made them the villains of the league once they got KD. The big ass cloud of, does he fit? Who takes the last shot? Is he the odd man out? Is he going to leave? Is he happy in Golden State? Does he bond well with Steve? Like, it was a lot of stuff that clouded the team. And now they could just go back to hooping and having fun. Also, the most glaring hole in their team is their size. They're a very small team. They have the second pick in the draft, and they're in prime position to get the best big in the draft, James Wiseman. So they're in pretty good position. Jimmy Butler, he did more for Miami than just get them to the NBA Finals. Like, he did a lot more than that. Miami, it's always a hot destination. Like, bro, it's Miami. Everybody loves Miami. Everybody wants to go there. But it's like them actually bringing in Jimmy Butler, a quote-unquote toxic player before he got there and he had the bad reputation and all that stuff. Him going there, he completely exposed the culture of that organization and how great they're run. I compare it to Golden State, like how Golden State, even when they won 73 games, they were so team-oriented. They were so selfless. Every star wanted everybody to go there. Like, KD was attracted, DeMarcus Cut. Everybody wanted to play in Golden State because they had that team-oriented family feel. Miami feels very similar. They literally got to the finals strictly off of their team. Even their quote-unquote star is probably the most selfless player in the NBA that's called a star. So they just have that feel to them. And if you really look close, every star that goes there so far, it is really working. Like Shaq, Chris Bosh, LeBron couldn't get a championship. Jimmy Butler completely revived how his career was looked once he went there. You don't think that's going to help other free agents want to go there? Like, that's an attractive spot to me. Kyrie Irving, I know he's talked about in a negative light a lot of times, and a lot of it is self-inflicted, but he's actually, to me, in a prime position to succeed this year. Like I said, everybody's talking about Jrue Holiday, Dallas, the Lakers. I'm hearing his name everywhere. I don't think any team has a better package that they can possibly give New Orleans than Brooklyn. Their biggest question mark to me is their perimeter defense. Like, who the hell are they going to put on the opposing team's ball handler and all that? Jrue Holiday immediately fixes that. And why I say Kyrie is like in a great position right now, it's like you're trying to revive your career and basically tell everybody I can win without LeBron and all that stuff, because that's kind of the narrative of his career and all that. Bro, you have the best player in the Eastern Conference on your team, and he had ample time to recover from his Achilles and all that, so he could possibly be the KD that we all know. And if you really look at it, the East is wide open. Like, every team, they pretty much have a massive question mark. Miami, I'm not sure if they can rerun that magic again. Like, I'm just not quite sure. I have to see it again. Boston, they feel like they've been the same story for years. Plus, they can possibly lose Gordon Hayward. Philly, their fits are weird. Milwaukee, they need another ball handler, aka Chris Paul. Like, even if the Nets don't get Jrue Holiday, they're probably still the favorites. I just think, for Brooklyn, it's the prime position to get to the finals and Kyrie to prove everybody wrong. And lastly, I have to say LeBron and the Lakers. For LeBron, it's like I feel good for him because he got all the monkeys off his back. Can he win with LA? Oh, he came to LA to shoot movies and all that stuff. You can't come to LA and not win a championship. Everybody brought a championship once he came. All them clouds and all those sayings and narratives, he got that off his back. Even if he doesn't win next year, it's not a disappointment, bro. He already completed the goal. Now, LeBron, it's not like he had much to prove before, but right now he really doesn't have much to prove. Plus, if they can somehow, con and flip Danny Green, KCP, and Kyle Kuzma for possibly another ball handler like Chris, I don't know how they will make that work. They can put themselves in prime position to repeat. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure y'all follow my social media sites. I will be doing these 2 videos again post free agency. I wanted to do my pre-free agency one, and I'm gonna do my post free agency one. Like I said, man, follow my Twitter. That's where you can really help me. My IG, all my social media sites. Make sure your notifications are on. Do all that great stuff, guys. And until next time, as always, stay tuned.